In China, food isn't just nourishment, it's an adventure. Now we know what you're thinking. Bugs? Scorpions? Really? Yes, really. This isn't your average food tour. We're talking deep-fried scorpions and crunchy silkworm pupae. Intrigued? Maybe a little grossed out? Well, some of these delicacies are considered gourmet treats. Each bite is a piece of culinary tradition that's been passed down for generations. Ready to push your food boundaries? Silkworms and scorpions. Silkworm pupae were eaten by ancient Chinese people as early as 5,000 years ago during the Neolithic era. When crops were scarce, they provided a good source of protein and were also used for making silk thread. Many people outside of China may find silkworms and scorpions unusual to eat, but they have been part of Chinese cuisine for thousands of years. Silkworm pupae were cooked or roasted to make a tasty and nutritious snack. In tough conditions, scorpions were a good source of protein and became a logical food choice. They have been used in Chinese cooking and medicine for over 2,000 years. Traditional Chinese medicine books from the Han Dynasty mention using scorpions to treat skin problems, tumors, and numbness. According to traditional medicine, they have anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties. While some people in Western cultures find eating bugs unpleasant, many people in China love them as nostalgic delicacies. These foods represent resilience, heritage, and a connection to the land, in addition to their taste. Using all available food sources is common in Chinese cuisine, and their traditional medical uses are linked to ancient healing methods. When scorpions are grilled after being fried or skewered, their insides become soft and their shells crunchy. Today, both silkworm pupae and scorpions are still popular street foods in China. For many Chinese people, eating crispy scorpions brings back childhood memories, even though it may seem strange to outsiders. Shark fin soup. Shark fin soup started in China during the Ming Dynasty and became very popular after being served to the Queen of England in 1961. This dish has long been seen as a symbol of luxury in Chinese cooking. The soup is known more for its texture than its flavor, and is often served to honor special guests at banquets and weddings. Shark fins themselves have little taste, but they make the soup chewy and gelatinous when cooked in chicken broth. Soups made with rarer fins are considered more special because of their scarcity. The high demand for shark fins has caused a big decline in shark populations around the world. The practice of finning, where sharks are killed just for their fins, leads to the death of tens of millions of sharks every year. With many open ocean sharks now threatened with extinction, people are starting to realize that keeping traditions like shark fin soup is not worth harming the environment. Today, shark fin soup is still available but is more controversial than ever. Some young people now see it as outdated and bad for the environment, and the Chinese government discourages serving it at official events. Although shark fin soup has a long history, it will not disappear quickly, and the debate between protecting the environment and preserving culinary traditions will continue for many years. Just a quick moment before we unveil the rest. We are on a mission to grow this fantastic community of curious and like-minded people. If you're new here, consider joining us and subscribing to the channel. Bats and bamboo rats. Bamboo rats and bats have been valued for their food and medicinal uses in southern China for a long time. These forest animals were important to the ecology and culture of Guangxi and Guangdong. People say that bats are a warming tonic that helps with health. Traditional Chinese medicine has sometimes used bats to treat different illnesses, though there is no scientific proof. These customs gave bats and bamboo rats a special status. Besides traditional medicine, both animals provided an easy source of protein from the subtropical forests of China. Bamboo rats, which live in large burrows, are easier to catch, while bats sleep in caves and large colonies. It is also said that bamboo rats can help treat impotence and asthma. These animals were readily available and plentiful in the biodiverse forests of the South. Serving bamboo rats and bats has cultural importance too. These regional dishes show off the natural richness of the area. The meat from bamboo rats is soft and tasty, often roasted, cooked in soup, or dried to make jerky. Bats, though less commonly, can be cooked into hearty dishes by stewing them with spices and herbs. However, wild populations are declining, making their use controversial today. Many bats and bamboo rats are now threatened by habitat loss and overhunting. In modern China, the days of regularly eating animals like rats and bats are decreasing. Duck tongues. Chinese food is known for using unusual and delicious ingredients. Duck tongues are a good example of this. These small, meaty pieces have fascinated Chinese food lovers for generations. Duck tongues are pale and are deep fried until the outside is crispy, while the inside stays soft. They are often marinated in a mix of soy sauce, rice wine, vinegar, sesame oil, and spices. They have rich, complex flavors and a unique texture. The taste is described as moderately gamey, light, savory, and almost nutty. Their preparation shows the Chinese skill of combining different textures to enhance the eating experience. Eating duck tongues is an adventure for the brave. If you can avoid the small bones, each bite is delicate and satisfying. Like navigating the bones, trying new tastes can broaden your palate. Enjoying these bites requires focus and courage, with each bite giving a sense of achievement. The mix of delicate flavors and the challenge of tiny bones captures the excitement of trying new foods. They are a great example of Chinese innovation, finding joy in unexpected places. Originally rare, duck tongues are now widely available throughout China, showing how with enough courage, unusual foods can become popular. Fried cicadas. Long before eating bugs became popular in the West, it was a common part of Chinese cuisine. In China, summer brings lots of buzzing cicadas, and people look forward to eating them. Eating these crispy insects is a tradition for many Chinese people. Eating popcorn at the movies. Cicadas are very nutritious, with almost 13 grams of protein per 100 grams, making them a good alternative to meat. Fried cicadas are turned into tasty bar snacks with a mild, savory flavor. They are skewered, coated in cornstarch and seasonings, and then deep fried. The result is a snack with a soft, almost buttery inside and a crispy outside. Ancient texts, like the Shanhai Jing, show that people in China have been eating locusts and cicadas since the Han Dynasty. As cicadas' habitats are disappearing, eating them helps reduce their numbers and provides a local food source. Cicadas were once valued for their summer presence and their taste. Fried cicadas show how even simple ingredients can become popular seasonal treats with the creativity of Chinese chefs and street vendors, just like other crispy insects and silkworm larvae. Bird's nest soup. Bird's nest soup is one of China's most valued delicacies, showing how luxurious Chinese cuisine can be. The main ingredient is the swiftlet nest, found in caves, which was originally only for Chinese nobility. These nests were owned by the richest people in Chinese society for many years. Emperors desired this rare soup, believing it would help them live longer. The nests are made by swiftlets using their sticky saliva and are collected from cliffs and caves in Southeast Asia. Bird's nest soup is believed to have health benefits and shows how Chinese chefs can turn simple ingredients into gourmet dishes. The nests are cooked for hours in a savory chicken broth with quality ingredients like Chinese ham, creating a subtly sweet flavor. Collecting these nests is risky, and only a small amount is gathered each time. People thought the soup would bring longevity, increase chi vitality, and improve skin. When cooked, the nests become gelatinous, giving the soup a silky, almost creamy texture. Beyond its taste, bird's nest soup represents centuries of refined cooking and the pursuit of the best flavors from nature. Today, it is still served as a symbol of status and wealth. The high price, up to $3,000 a pound, comes from its reputation as a luxurious health tonic and the risks involved in harvesting it. These swiplet nests are like the caviar of Chinese cuisine, stinky tofu. This smelly street food is a great example of strong Chinese flavors. Its taste is tempting, but its smell can be overpowering. The strong aroma of stinky tofu can fill the busy streets of big Chinese cities. Despite its strong smell, stinky tofu has a mild and pleasant taste. Fresh tofu is made by pressing soy milk into blocks. Then the tofu is fermented for months in a brine of milk, vegetables, and herbs, which gives it its strong odor. During fermentation, proteins and fats are broken down by microbes, creating compounds like those in cheeses, such as gorgonzola. After cooking, the tofu has a silky, custard-like inside and a crispy, fried outside. It has rich, savory flavors from the brine and a hint of nuttiness from frying. People love to talk about the dish's surprising taste. It shows how Chinese street food offers more than just nourishment. The smell fills the air, stimulating the senses. Strong flavors are highly valued in Chinese cuisine because they awaken the senses. Stinky tofu is also a symbol of community pride. The snack first appeared in culinary cities like Chengdu, where people gather at popular stinky tofu stands to enjoy a taste of home. For many, the smell is worth it. The tofu tastes even better when dipped in sweet chili sauce. Balut. Balut is a unique and traditional delicacy found in some parts of China and many Southeast Asian countries, especially the Philippines and Vietnam. Balut is a fertilized duck egg with an embryo inside, usually 14 to 21 days old. The egg is boiled with the embryo still inside its shell. This makes a dish that combines the textures of a growing bird with the flavors of a hard-boiled egg. The taste of balut is rich and savory. The broth inside the egg gives a burst of umami flavor. The embryo has different textures. Younger embryos are softer and more tender, while older embryos have more developed bones and feathers that add a slight crunch. The yolk is rich and creamy, adding to the distinct taste. Balut is often eaten with a sprinkle of salt or a dash of vinegar to enhance its flavor. It is usually served warm. To eat balut, you sip the flavorful broth first, then peel the shell to eat the yolk and embryo. This dish is not only nourishing, but also holds cultural importance during special occasions and as a popular street food. Dog meat. Dog meat is considered a delicacy in some parts of China and is especially eaten in winter, as it is believed to warm the body. Traditional beliefs say that dog meat has health benefits like helping the liver. The regions where dog meat is most consumed include the northern provinces, Yunnan, Guangxi, and Guangdong. About 10 million dogs are killed each year in China for both health and food reasons. Although dogs are often seen as man's best friend, some Chinese people eat them as a part of their culture. Yulin, a city in Guangxi, is famous for its annual dog meat festival. During the 10 days of the festival, almost 10,000 dogs are killed for their meat. Duck blood soup. Duck blood soup is a traditional dish enjoyed in many parts of China, especially in Nanjing and Shanghai. This special soup uses congealed duck blood as its main ingredient, giving it a unique texture and flavor different from other soups. To make duck blood soup, fresh duck blood is left to firm up, becoming like tofu. The blood is then cut into small cubes and cooked in a tasty broth made from duck bone. This makes a rich and hearty base for the soup. Common ingredients added to the soup include vegetables like bean sprouts and Chinese cabbage, as well as tofu and vermicelli noodles, which soak up the broth's flavors. People often eat duck blood soup during cold months because it is warming and is believed to have health benefits like improving circulation and providing important nutrients. This dish shows the cleverness of Chinese cooking, where every part of the animal is used. Cat meat. Cat meat is especially popular in winter because it is believed to provide warming yang energy. Although many parts of the world disapprove of eating this meat, it has been part of Chinese culture for thousands of years. Its flavor seeps into broths and vegetables in stews and boiling pots. About 4 million cats are reportedly consumed each year, mainly in Guangdong and Guangxi provinces. Even though the government has made stricter animal protection laws, cat meat dishes can still be found in small towns or rural areas because of local beliefs. The popularity of eating cat meat is decreasing with cultural changes, but for some people, it is still part of their regional identity and ancestral traditions. Customs are hard to change. Cat meat stews remain a nostalgic winter meal for some elderly Chinese people with limited food options. Since eating cats goes against Buddhist dietary rules, butchers often falsely label cat meat as goat or rabbit meat. The debate about eating cats has grown as cats have become popular pets in modern China. Younger generations are less interested in eating cat meat because they see it as old-fashioned and linked